Back in December of 2020, I went on Facebook and I made a post. I said, I am making a YouTube channel starting this month. Well, now it's June 2026, 5 years later, and that month I talked about is this month today. So, welcome. My name is Gabriel. I run a local tech company called Neighborhood Nerd Services near Pittsburgh. I have a family, I'm a Christian, and I'm building an AI system to help me manage all of it. I began using AI circa 2022. I remember going to a professional development and asking it to write a lesson plan and was super impressed by what it could do. I played a little bit then, I got into Claude, I went back to ChatGPT. But now things are different. Now that I've been using AI, it has now become an integral part of my everyday life. I use AI every single day, and it helps me not only capture ideas, it helps me stay on top of my personal life and my business life, and it's helping me move towards my dreams. And that's what I want to share with you. Now, guys, I have a lot of ideas. Like a lot. I can be kind of much. But here's the thing. AI is a place that I now go and that I can use it to help me capture my ideas. Because typically my ideas just go into the ether, never to be seen again. However, now that I've started using artificial intelligence to help me capture those ideas, not only does it capture it, but it can actually help me build and move towards those things actually happening. Like this YouTube channel. I probably wouldn't be sitting in front of you right now if I hadn't used AI to help me do all the tech setup. I had the equipment, and it showed me the path forward. Before we go any further, let me address the existential threat. I have heard that AI is going to be like the Matrix, and they're going to put us in pods. I've heard it's going to be like Terminator, and they're going to hunt us down. And I've heard the more mundane, it's going to end a lot of jobs. Let us not mince words. AI is going to change the world as we know it. Not just the world, but human civilization. And we are living in that time. But here's the thing. AI is just a bunch of tools. And who uses the tools? Well, me and you, we could use the tools. And how we decide to use AI is what AI can be used for. AI is not good. It's not bad. It has had an impact on the environment. And so have cars. And so has Netflix. We are here together to explore on this channel what it looks like to put AI to work for you. So whether you're AI curious or if you're a business owner like me, let's take a trip together and figure out how we can use AI to realize our dreams and move forward in life. Let me start by showing you my three workers. Here are my three workers. So on the left, you have Codex, which is ChatGPT. In the middle, you have Claude, which is an anthropic model. And on the right, you have Hermes. So let me talk about the three of these, how I use them, and why they're so useful in my AI setup. So on the left, I have Codex, which is, I like to think of it as my operator. I like it to operate my second brain. If you don't know what that is, just hold on, we'll get there soon. It also operates my computer. I can't tell you how instrumental it's been in setting up everything for YouTube. In the middle, we have Claude Code, which I've been using, and it is my partner. They're all my partners, but I like to talk to Claude about my business ideas just because I think it provides a little bit more pushback on my pie in the sky dreams that I have. And also it's better at writing for actual human beings. And then on the right is Hermes. And Hermes is my agent that talks to me every day and kind of helps me stay on top of the tasks. And it is also very helpful because it will send me a morning brief and tell me what I should be working on or what I should be doing. So let's take a look. Welcome to Codex. So I'm here on this YouTube channel because this AI has done so much work for me. Those of you watching this may not be technical, so for those of you who are on YouTube and understand OBS is like a studio product that helps you push out recordings like these, and I didn't entirely know how to set it up. I knew it existed, so here's my prompt. I need help setting up my OBS studio for YouTube video I'm recording today. Here's my situation. This was done Thursday at 9:05 a.m. It is now Monday at 11 a.m., so I didn't get to it. The response is great. It tells me before I start, install it. It tells me video size that I should be capturing. But the magic happened not when it told me the best setup and did all the research for me and told me how to configure everything. This was the magical step. Can you set it up for me and reference my second brain for my current setup? And it worked for 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Now, I can't tell you how long that would have taken me, but it says done. OBS is open and loaded on your current second brain setup. I have a face camera. I have a screen and face camera, which is what this setup is. I'm recording here, and it has all the right outputs. Guys, that is a game changer right there. You don't have to know all this stuff. You can just ask the AI to do it for you. That is crazy. Welcome to Claude Cowork. So here, I've asked it the prompt, please look inside my second brain. I want to start my YouTube journey today. So help me figure out what I should record myself doing. Help me pick my audience. And this was also 5 days ago. And it says, your strategy doc landed on path C. Don't overthink it. The highest return on audience would be exactly what you documented. Practical people who want AI to build a calmer, more organized life and more capable solo business. So I worked through the pilot with Claude. So if I go over here to the pilot video script, it wrote out a script for me. Now, at some point, people are like, you're lazy, you're not thinking it through, and like you're letting AI do the thinking. But here's the thing about artificial intelligence. It is supposed to be human leverage so that you can do more. Did I follow this script exactly? No. Do I think it had some really good stuff? Yes. And did it take all this time and compress it so that I could move forward with my video channel? Yes, it absolutely did. And that's why I use it. And we are currently here where I'm talking through all of the workers that I'm using. So we've talked about Claude Code. Now we're going to move on to Hermes. And before we move on to Hermes, I'm just going to take a second why it's good to have multiple artificial intelligences. Have them battle it out. Have them talk it through. Codex says one thing, Claude says another thing. I like to just crisscross them. Have Claude take Codex idea and tell me what's strong or weak about it and then integrate it. And then have Claude's idea, put it into Codex and tell it to update how it sees fit. And there's also a little bit difference in output. So on left, you can see like my YouTube setup as a visual map. I kind of like that one because it shows, a visual map. And then on the right is a very similar output on how I should set up my YouTube setup, but it's much more concise. I like them both. And the idea of having two AIs is that if one makes a mistake, if you take the time, the other one can help you figure it out. I recently got back from Disney. Here's my daily agenda that was sent to me. Here's day 3, Sunday, June 14th. It tells me that I am going to Spaceship Earth, Frozen, Guardians of the Galaxies. It has the times and the lightning lanes that we used. It tells me where I'm having dining. And then it shows me that we also have a dinner confirmation at Space 220, which was great, by the way. I had a really good time. My daughter also loved meeting all the princesses at the dining. So what Hermes did is it sends me a morning brief that tells me what's going on and what I should be working on. This is called surfacing. It digs down into your information and brings up the stuff that's relevant to you. Has it been perfect? Not at all. But more on that later. Here is where the magic began for me about 6 weeks ago. It happened with Obsidian and my second brain. Nate B. Jones talked to me about how people who set up a second brain in 2026 are going to have compounding interest on their work with AI. And I am living proof that he is right. Here's the thing that the second brain does that has really tied everything together. It is a repository where I feed it, I tell it my thoughts, and it records all of this information. And then it helps me see connections that I don't see myself. I can say, what am I working on? And it will look through all the different connections and then remind me of the things that I've already told to it. And when you work with AI, like I put my YouTube plan in there, it knows the equipment that I'm using. It knows how it's all connected. It knows I'm using OBS. And then I can say, make me a new scene in OBS so I can show people things in a different way. And it does it. Side note, this graphic was made with ChatGPT's image generation skill. Obsidian's symbol is this purple obsidian in the picture. So let's take a look inside Obsidian. We're in my bookmark page, and you can see we are in my personal and home checklist, and you can see I have a bunch of things in here. Now I'm not going to scroll up and down because I have some client information in here and I have personal information that I don't want to share. But this is a checklist that the artificial intelligences manages for me after I put things in here. I also use the second brain for personal things like Dungeons and Dragons. Have I introduced you to Harry Highstakes, my Dungeons and Dragon character? He rolls dice, Lady Fortune is on his side, and he's here for a good time. That's my character. And these are the notes of the things that happened during my session. Does this have anything to do with my personal life? Yes. Anything with doing a business? No. This is living in my second brain. So let's take a look at the second brain as a whole. There's a ton of entries like this one, but for, the business and my personal life and goals that I'm trying to move forward on. So let's take a look here. Oh, I love seeing it every time. Okay, so this is, let's see what the big one is. The log, the things that have been logged in the second brain. Automation opportunity register. The index, which kind of connects everything together. Neighborhood Nerd Services, client work history. You can see that it's tying into all of these other information points I've given to it. Neighborhood Nerd Services, repeatable service gaps and pricing. What's this one? Hermes agent setup and security. Business AI workflow assets. So these are all of the things that I've been feeding to my second brain. You're looking at my second brain right now. And I can go into, let's just go into the index. And it is built with this Carpathy LLM wiki source. And then I feed YouTube videos into this. There's a lot of YouTube videos right here. And it takes the information out because it grabs the whole transcript. And then it helps me apply those ideas to my business and to my life. This was the game changer. Making the second brain is what tied these three agents together. And so they all can pull from the second brain and they all have context around me and they can help me move forward, which is why in the past 6 weeks, I feel like I've gotten so much more done because I'm not losing things and I can ask different AIs to do different things and then log it in the same place. And that also gives me the power to bring in new AIs to work on things that it's better at doing, like video editing or idea generation or script writing, and it will know the context, who it's working with. It's working with me, Gabriel, from Neighborhood Nerd Services. I'm running a YouTube channel. I'm starting a Minecraft launch. And I'm selling 3D prints at local fairs. It knows all that, and it can help me from there. As you can see, AI has the power to transform your personal life and your business. You need to be careful on what you feed to it and how to do that properly. But the benefits are exponential. I'm here on this journey to show you how I'm doing it, what's working, what's not. If you guys have questions, let me know. Also, if you're interested and would like me to help you set up some AI workflows in your life to make your life better, contact me. Link in the description. If you found this to be helpful, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.